Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James, and today we are going to be watching Daredevil Season 2, Episode 3. We left off on a bit of a huge cliffhanger. Finally, we met the Punisher, officially Punisher, last episode.
Kind of.
Well, like, we know he's the Punisher.
I feel like this episode is definitely going to be like...
Yeah. So we're going to see what happens. Matt lost. I feel like it was unfair. I actually feel like he won, but then his ear thing happened again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I don't know what the heck's going to happen with that. He's gone. Kind of a cliffhanger. I just want to get straight into it. As always, full-length reactions up on our Patreon. Next week's reaction, episode 4, also up for early access on our Patreon. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, give us a little bit of extra support. Either way, though, thanks just for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're new, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, and let's just get into Daredevil Season 2, Episode 3.
Honestly, our biggest issue is like concussion or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what would cause... What the... Is that like a
nun?
Nun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a nun.
Is someone like laying right?
Don't get up.
This is super cool. Is this right after he lost his sight? I feel like it is.
Oh, I have no idea. Maybe.
You need rest.
This is so beautiful.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
It's like cool. I feel like emphasizing like all the like reflections of like the water or something. It's great, dude.
Whoa.
What the heck?
Whoa.
Transition?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think that's super cool that we're going back to that trope that we had in the first season of him like kind of remembering some of his past.
Yeah, I like that.
Where?
Oh, like under.
That is sick.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't take his mask off.
That was such a cool reveal.
Is this the same place? I do like recognize his face. Oh yeah, you're right. It was Baby Driver. That's
Yeah. John Bernthal.
Okay, dude, I'm really interested in like the
man.
Oh, is this the
dumb
lady?
DA? I can't believe she set us up like that. I mean, like, I'm glad, strangely, for the story, but at the same time, that was messed up.
Here, no statements or photos until we get...
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hard, dude. They just had a massive gunfight.
My offer's still valid for 23 minutes.
Grotto's gone.
Too bad.
Are you serious? That's so slimy.
Yeah, like you interfered essentially.
It's small time. Your 15 minutes were up after Union Allied. Right now, you are way out of your league.
Yeah, and you screwed up, lady.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You want to talk about...
That story goes public. The story that your incompetence endangered the life of your client, neighborhood civilians, and the...
Really? Is she seriously gonna do that?
You would blame us for this.
I never said that. Did I say that?
I didn't hear.
Oh, you prick.
Nothing. Not even a little support.
All the legal kung fu in the world wouldn't have won that fight.
Whoa, what? What are you talking about, Karen?
Yeah, we
Don't take it out on Foggy. He was just there with you.
Yeah, and he...
Grotto, we would protect him. So did I.
I'm gonna call Matt now. Let's see if he's recuperated enough to help us out.
Oh,
Say you don't hear the bullet that gets you.
Sorry, he did get...
That's hardcore.
How about you, Red? When I cracked off your forehead the other night. Did you hear that?
It's not gonna work.
There's no way you're getting out of that.
The way you get out of here, the way you walk free is if I want you to.
Why didn't you take my mask off?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Why am I still alive?
Jeez, that's so hardcore.
I got in your way twice now. You don't strike me as someone who just lets that happen.
Well, his hearing's back, so...
Yeah. Whoa. He's got 50 cal?
Military grade hardware. What do with all this?
Shoot people. Holy.
You stop hassling me and go after this psycho who blew away my crew. That's him.
Yeah, see, look, everybody's in the emergency room. He, like, took people out.
Because this is collateral.
Looking for a nurse named Claire. Get me in the right direction?
Are you injured?
No.
You wanna be? Mr. Carver?
I feel that.
It's those little interactions that make me love this show.
Just relax, all right? What you tell me again? Quiet. No, we're not starting nothing. Sit down. Man. He's to get out.
Hey, listen up.
There she is, right?
Here in 2 weeks, asking what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen her this season, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yesterday you had 5 fingers. Tonight you got loaded, decided to hit up a rival clubhouse, so now you have 2. Had 5, now 2. Your fault. That clear?
Fucking Elsa, we have a mutual friend. Remember me?
Do you? Oh, yeah, he does. She does. Yeah, because he called her.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Look, you have to believe me. We had no idea what Reyes was planning.
Shut up! Shut up. Goddamn lawyers are all alike.
I mean, I can't blame him for being so pissed.
Yeah.
And then not trusting any of them.
I'm sorry.
I've got my own plan now. Getting out of this hellhole while I'm still breathing.
I mean, it's understandable.
It's another one of your missions? That's why we're here, isn't it?
Is he gonna be like, sniping someone?
I'm guessing you've done this, what, 10, maybe 20 times?
He's not gonna give you information, man.
How long's it been? 6 months, a year, or your whole life? Someone tells me you don't take breaks.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like that type of guy.
Did you do that? Did you walk away?
Yeah. What is that, midnight?
St. Matthew's.
You Catholic?
Once.
Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting.
You still go to mass?
Stop now, Red.
And then they have to leave. They have to get out. See the world, maybe.
Whoa, dude. He's going to war.
Where'd they send you?
Those grenade launchers.
You're shrink red. Come on, there must be something when you're not wearing the long johns, right?
I like how he's not playing his game.
He's
you know?
digging back.
Never been to war.
No.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about trading hands on a rooftop, Red. I'm talking about shit, okay? Shit that you ain't been in.
Sometimes they see things they can't unsee.
I feel like he's trying these angles that are not gonna work on him.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, I know it can be hard.
Yeah, I don't think going at it like this, because he can't.
He's not.
Run around this city.
He doesn't
little boys
respect you in that same sense, you know? He's not
He
like.
doesn't care like that.
Well, see, soldiers, we don't wear masks. Yeah? We don't.
Yeah.
You're still at war.
For crying out loud. So you charge by the hour, Doc, or what?
He's not.
I
far
like how he
off.
calls him out.
Everything you do out there in the streets, Red, it doesn't work. Did you know that?
Oh.
I do, I just do. It's out of necessity.
Yeah, he does. He treats it like war.
Who did you lose? Huh? Was it someone you loved?
Don't get to pick the things that fix us, Red. Make us whole.
I don't do this to hurt people.
Yeah, so what is that, just a job perk?
I don't kill.
Why you think you're better than me?
No.
Is that why you think you're a big hero?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, dude. He's
Die.
Red, you believe that?
I believe it's not my call, and it ain't yours either.
okay.
Put on that costume, or you take it upon yourself? I think you're a half measure. You're a man who can't finish the job. I think that you're a coward. You're one bad day away from being me.
That's true.
Dude, the writing is just so good.
This is really not a good time.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about at the
That
end
was,
here, because that was a great,
I love that.
and it was just so in character, because it wouldn't have been in either of their characters to sit down and have a long conversation. The
Yeah,
fact that
yeah.
it was kind of like they both got pissed and just said a few things and then it's it
Yeah.
makes more sense.
He's been building himself quite the rep lately. Victims love him. Victimizers
Hate him.
him more dead than ever.
Of course.
The truth is, I can't help anymore. I've got this shift from hell because I helped another friend trying to do good.
She has her plate full.
So you've probably been pulling in lots of DOAs lately. Criminal types. I'll be out of your hair before you know it, but please. He's my best friend. I just need to make sure he's okay. Son of a bitch!
Oh, shoot! Why is security not here? Oh, frick, dude!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this here roof, right here, this is the last patch of real estate in the entire goddamn United States where a man can just have little...
I mean, that's the angle.
I'm in town, just visiting my crazy sister.
Betty and 2B?
Matt, be careful, bro!
You should do this. I don't know, bro.
Oh my gosh!
It's just rad.
We exterminated.
You serve.
No, 3rd Marine Division.
Fighting 3rd.
Dang.
Goddamn right.
Would he shoot
I don't know.
like a brother?
I don't know.
You smoke as much as you like, son.
Thank you, sir.
All right, son.
Yeah, I think he didn't
Yeah.
Hey, Marie.
want to.
Semper Fi.
Did he say he was part of the Marines? Him?
He didn't say, he just said he served in Afghanistan.
Get off threatening innocent people.
He's only in danger because you squeal. Because
Yeah, it is. It was all Matt's fault,
Yeah, a
actually.
little bit.
part of the show.
What does that mean?
You want to explain that to the orphans and the widows of the men you killed?
That's what you think. I'm just some crazy asshole going around unloading on whoever
I mean, he clearly isn't.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
that's
more
part of
to it, whether you agree or not. He
Yeah.
clearly isn't.
I kill need killing. That's what I think.
You left men hanging from meat hooks.
They got off easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they might have done some terrible stuff.
What about you, Frank? What happens the day someone decides you deserve it? Around this city like it's your damn shooting gallery.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do? You throw them in jail, everybody calls you a hero, right? And then a month, a week, a day later, they're back on the street.
Yeah?
Put him in the morgue.
You goddamn right I do.
You ever doubt yourself, Frank?
Not even for a second.
Clearly not.
Second.
Shit, I just killed a human being.
It's been
I mean, but he's...
Sorry to cut out of it, but the acting in this is incredible. Like, they're both so real.
I think you're wrong.
Which part?
All of it. I think there's no good in the foot that I put down. That's what I think. And how do you know? I just know. You hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down.
Yeah?
Do this.
What's that?
What about hope?
Oh, fuck.
Come on, Frank.
Like Santa Claus, you want to talk about...
Yeah, he does not... I mean, he doesn't...
You see.
Redemption, Frank. It's real.
In who,
And it's
though?
possible. The people you murdered deserve another chance.
To kill it.
And if you don't get that, there's something broken in you can't fix. And you really are a nut job.
And he's not in that job. You might be right about something being broken.
You're unhinged, Frank. You are. There is goodness in people, even in you. And you're gonna have to kill me because I'm never gonna stop coming for you until I take you down. Because you're insane.
Ooh. I mean, I think it's kind of revealing that he hit him.
Yeah, but I'm surprised he still hasn't... He sticks to his sort of, like, code, you know? I'm surprised he hasn't killed him yet. It's like...
But like, I don't know. I feel like he lost his temper at the end there.
No, yeah, a bit.
The state Supreme Court disqualified your entire office from the Pell case due to widespread misconduct.
Yeah, so she doesn't care about you.
But not everyone got fired. See, Reyes walked out in one.
That's true, because it's all about her.
So sure.
And this is a good play.
This is a very good
This
play.
one. But how long? After what happened today, someone's gonna crash and burn, and I need to know that won't be us.
Dang, good for Karen.
What makes you think I can help you, even if I wanted to? Unbelievable. So you expect me to implicate the DA on purpose? And you cannot come into my office asking me to betray my boss, throwing around allegations about this department you cannot substantiate. And you will not contact me again. No emails, no phone calls, nothing.
Nice.
Good night, Miss Page.
Good. Well played.
Good. Just be careful that there's no like cameras or I just want to make sure.
Well, that's why he did that, I think.
Yeah, but still.
Innocent people.
I got nothing to do with you.
You're gonna hurt somebody.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Hey, asshole! How many priors you got?
What'd you say to me?
Is he gonna...
Fucking shit, I'll check you into ICU myself.
You got face tattoos, friend. That's like telegraphing.
That's true. He's gonna be going.
I'm not gonna ask if you know what happens when you get charged with assault. I got a hunch you got more mugshots than baby pictures back home.
Foggy.
Not because you're so badass, but because you're just that stupid.
Dang, Foggy.
Forget, I do this for a living. An appeal to your selfish natures. Put, if you carve each other up now, in front of these witnesses, with cops right outside, you're screwed.
Yeah. Dang, Foggy. That was awesome.
That was really cool.
That was awesome.
Son of a bitch.
Foggy's doing a lot of work.
Foggy is awesome this season.
Not that he wasn't last season, but
357. One round in the chamber.
Oh,
Magnum?
Dang.
Adjust. They feel right in your
Gonna
hand.
say shoot him?
My arm and my leg, but it's not gonna work because I'm all geared up. The way you stop me is with the headshot.
Oh,
Really?
that's so messed up.
Time to put a face to all your face.
Oh
What?
shoot.
What?
AKA,
Is this him?
Oh,
shoot.
got this piece of shit stealing the car trying to skip town.
He doesn't deserve to die just because you caught him stealing cars.
That's not
Yeah.
why. That's not why.
You
Just tell them a little bit about yourself.
have no right to do this.
At all.
I pour their drinks, I drive their cars.
No, what did he do?
Please, I'm sorry.
You tell them now.
Please, Frank, I'm
Oh, jeez.
owe something to somebody because the order came from on high.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up! Stop talking, Grotto!
You say it.
Oh.
Say the words, asshole.
I did it! I killed him!
Yeah.
I didn't know the old lady was in the house.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot,
no,
dude.
no.
What did you do? I didn't know she was in the house. She wasn't supposed to be in the house.
Old lady left a husband. Dead man, wife, and kids. You still think this piece of shit is worth saving?
I'm not gonna shoot him.
Oh, man. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm a real charmer.
I'm serious. The only thing I ever saw stop a thug mid-fight was a big thug. And our mutual friend. I wish things could have been different between us.
Dang it, bro, don't hit me like that.
Maybe the city needs him. And I know he needs you.
Foggy's like, I'm not that complicated.
Shit like this ruin people's lives.
Killing him's not gonna bring anybody back.
Nah, but it will keep him from hurting anybody else.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna count down. 3.
Shoot him, do it!
Take the shot, Red. Take the shot.
No!
You don't.
No way.
What is he? Who's he gonna shoot though?
2.
What kind of choice is that?
The kind I make every time I pull the trigger.
Dang.
Oh shoot! Oh!
Oh!
Oh! He's dead. Ooh! Dang!
I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out of here. I need help.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He doesn't even care.
He had another job. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh.
That was sick. Oh!
Oh shoot!
Oh,
but he,
yeah. They're pissed.
Yeah, now he's not ready. Like he's having to fight freaking Daredevil.
Freaking. No, don't give us this now. I swear. How did they even hear the gunshots in there?
It's so loud.
Jeez. I mean, I totally understand the Punisher. It's hardcore, but it's just war, right? It's like, oh no, this is what you have to do. This is the price you pay.
No, I mean...
Oh. Ooh.
Bitch.
Dang it. Oh, shoot. Can you just ignore him so I can see him in action a little bit?
Shoot.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, but they're coming too,
yeah.
so what are you gonna do?
You grow wings.
Okay.
What are they gonna do, though?
I don't, yeah, what do you do with all this info? I actually don't know what you, unless you bring in the Punisher. It hasn't cut yet.
Hurry, press it.
Oh no. Dude.
Watch out.
Oh, this poor guy! Oh yeah, take him! Oh yeah, look, he's got the gun, that helps.
Oh yeah.
You okay, sir? Yes. Get in your apartment, lock the door.
What about you?
Go.
Oh shoot, that was cool.
Ooh.
Oh shit. That's funny.
Ooh. Let's go, baby.
Watch out, the other guy.
We're gonna put the hallway fight to shame. Oh, dang. That was so sick. It still hasn't freaking cut.
I like it with his chain weapons, dude. Whoa, cool. That's really cool.
I feel like he's ticked too. Oh, that's sick.
I'm worried about the Punisher if he gets up again.
He put him in the elevator. He's down. Ooh. I kind of like how they keep getting up too. It's really realistic. Oh, sick. Oh no. Watch out, dude. This is like the raid, man.
Yeah, it feels like it.
He learned that one from Wilson. Oh, that was sick.
Oh shoot.
That guy's paralyzed. Oh. Oh, nice. Dude.
Oh shoot.
Oh, he's breaking faces.
At that point, you just stay down, bro. You guys gotta stay down.
Oh, the mood lighting. Look at him.
Guys, he just took down an entire army, like.
I mean, I kind of want to see it. Oh, nice.
Flying like elbow.
Oh, shoot. Watch out, dude. Yeah, these guys are way bigger than you.
What if the Punisher saves him?
He doesn't need any saving.
Never mind.
Whoa. Oh, you're right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot. Shoot, come on. Up the wall, Oh, nice.
What the?
Oh, yo.
Oh, and with the finisher.
Signature flip kick. was so sick.
Was that an X-ray?
Yeah. Oh, that's... So I don't know if they meant to do that on purpose or not, but the Punisher in the comics has like a giant skull on his chest. That's like his like superhero symbol is this skull.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was a reference to...
It might be.
I kind of took that as...
The skull looked a little interesting, like unique.
Like they highlighted it a little more than maybe they should have in the X-ray. What do you think?
Oh, that was awesome. That like
everybody, like I remember that fight, and everybody after we watched the first hallway fight was like, wait till season 2.
No, that fight was definitely like the best fight.
Not even just a fight, to be honest. I think this may be one of the best episodes of the Daredevil period.
But I mean, I'm gonna start off with the fight.
Sure.
You know, even though it's like
no. It's what we watched last. Let's start off with it.
Yeah. There's the fact that it was that long.
What was that?
Alone.
4 minutes? 5 minutes?
It was so long. I don't know, dude.
It's like a 5-minute water? That's insane. I mean, obviously, crazy. I saw like some of the cuts.
Yeah, I saw some of the cuts.
But they were still clean, man.
No, yeah. Bro, like, you could tell that they like choreography.
And the spacing. Whoa. That's what blew my mind.
Yeah.
There was no room. It is a masterpiece that they were able to pull that off with people. Like, a lot of those camera shots, they would come right next to the guy. And so their ability to pull that off with choreography and heads flying and a cameraman, I'm assuming, is insane. Because even if you look at where they cut, at least they were going a minute without cutting. At least. So they were at least like 2 or 3 minute and a half takes that were full oneers.
Yeah.
And they had people next to the camera and flying, and we were changing perspective, and people were getting punched off camera. Like, that blew my mind.
Yeah, I know for sure. The fact that it was, you know, that they just did it in that kind of like place. I don't know, just going down the stairs, that adds so many like elements to having to like, you know, balance, you know, making sure you're not getting injured. But of course, it looks awesome. The finished product, because it's like, you know, they're freaking falling down the steps, you know.
The choreography, it felt very real. Something they did in the hallway fight, and I think they actually did it even better this time, is how much people kept getting up.
Yeah.
It felt very real, where you get beat and then you would always see people moving in the background, which is awesome. And then you would see people start to get up or not quite go down or come back after him. And I thought that felt very realistic to me, especially because these guys were big compared to Matt.
Yeah, and there was never a time where it felt like, you know, it was, you know, they were going one-on-one, you know, very forcefully. Like, so it's like, oh, you know, why would that other guy, you know, it kind of made, even if there were times like that, I didn't feel it. You know?
Well, and I don't know if this is because I'm not, you know, a crazy martial arts person or not, but to me it felt very real because Matt it's almost like he wouldn't focus on one guy, because that's how you fight more than one guy. He would like hit someone and then hit someone else and then hit someone and hit someone else and hit someone else and hit someone else to kind of like hold them at bay. And that felt, like I said, it may not be real at all, but that felt very real as far as how you would take on.
Yeah, it feels real as like a superhero sort of like, you know, compared to
strategy or something. Yeah, we'll call it. And then just the light, like that's just a masterpiece of filmmaking. The music, the lighting, just dope stuff, right? Like film, I don't know. I think sometimes filmmaking can get a little pretentious, and then I think sometimes just shameless awesomeness. Awesome chain.
Yeah.
Really cool lighting. Just like stuff like that. Where it's like, that's just a cool fight. Yeah, none of them had guns. Who cares? I don't care. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, bro, I don't like. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a movie, and it's not a movie, but it's like a show, and it's like for entertainment. Like, obviously, it's not going to be like the most realistic thing ever. It's like, but I don't care. Like, the chains were awesome. I forgot to talk about that, bro. Like, the freaking like moves and stuff, and the way that the chains were used, that was really cool.
Like, I almost want to call it, this may be a bad, like it felt like almost like metal or something to me. Like it felt very like gritty and like a new version of Daredevil or something. You got like blood all over it. He's got this crack in his mask. And he's got a freaking chain.
No, yeah, the lighting, it definitely, and the whole like feeling of the one.
I think it's the bikers too, right? Like it just felt so
And honestly, it fits well because of almost. It's like one of those things where you like lose an argument and you're just pissed.
No, I'm serious.
I'm serious.
That's what I was saying.
He was like really mad
at that. Yeah.
You know, he wasn't going all like he wasn't killing people, but it was like, it was almost like he was frustrated or something. Like that.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome. I don't know how if they're gonna be able to top that. That was really cool.
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like I hate to say it, but like that was so incredible. I don't know if you could top it.
I mean, let's just say I'm not gonna be looking for that sort of fight, like and expecting that
anywhere.
Right?
Frankly,
it's like
not just Daredevil. I'm just
It's not a bad thing, I feel like it's one of those times where like expectations
that should be studied.
Down and it's like, oh wait,
that should be studied.
No, that's epic.
And him ending with the signature like flip kick thing
time,
which is super cool. Anyway, I mean, we got to talk about Punisher.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely
that's. I know everybody wants us to talk about that.
Really okay.
Oh, there were so many comments about like, I can't wait to rooftop see.
Sometimes I feel like
blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes I feel like our conversations get like too deep,
Yeah,
it's all like I don't know, like what.
I feel weird when it's like people hyped up a philosophical conversation.
Okay.
I don't know where to go here. I don't know. What do you think of his character? His character is very interesting.
Well, I mean, just surface level, I think his character is really cool. Like, I like him a lot, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He's so cool.
That's the one thing I'm a little bummed about in this fight is that we didn't get to see more Punisher.
Yeah, I was honestly like,
because that was really cool.
I didn't want them to get destroyed and killed and stuff like that. I don't care for that, but like, I was kind of wanting to see.
I kind of did,
but
just a few of them.
Just some.
They're like single. Their parents have already died, and then he could kill those guys.
Yeah. I was hoping like some of that would happen, but no. But I think he's very. He seems like a very like down to earth, realistic type of like vigilante, and that's like, of course he's very cynical. About how he kind of like approaches things.
Sure.
But what makes me kind of interested is that like he seems to be pretty like good about following almost like his own kind of rules. Because like normally with that type of character, you would think that they wouldn't even give Matt the light of day to talk to him like that. Like that whole like weird not like patronizing, but kind of like trying to like be that sort of like therapist, right? Hey, what's wrong? It's like I feel like that type of like character would be like, are you serious? Like you're trying to but he didn't blow his head off right away. He was kind of like,
well, he feels so much like a soldier, which is to Bernadotte's acting. And just the way he carries, like really the way he carries himself, the way he talks about things. Like we have some family relatives who have served. And to me, even seeing the conversation between him and the old man, I've seen those conversations. Like seriously, the way they talked, to a T. And so that's really cool because then I think that made the whole scene, and on a kind of technical level, both of them were so like purely inhabiting those characters that it felt like they could have been making up those lines on the spot practically because it just felt so real.
It did feel really real. The way that they were interrupting each other. The way that
everything.
They were like,
even the way that Matt was like almost like almost more condescending than normal. Because he was pissed. And you could see that and the way he took that out versus the way that like Frank took it out, like just punching him. I think that's what makes the discussion difficult is that they both, I think, very honestly believe and are very strict about that belief. And weirdly, I almost feel like Matt is a little bit more emotional than Frank. Maybe more susceptible to that. That's kind of the impression I got from that conversation, which I think is very interesting because you would think that Matt having to kind of hold himself back would be a little bit more disciplined almost. So I think that's a really interesting subversion of almost the cliches where Matt seems very kind of I don't know, Matt to me at least stood out as very empathetic here. And I guess that's probably just in contrast to Frank. But you know, Matt really comes across as very cynical a lot of times. And kind of angry and frustrated at the world or himself. Or that's very part of Matt's character. And so to see him care so much against the Punisher, I thought was very interesting. I feel like it kind of revealed a side to his character that we maybe just in contrast hadn't seen before, but I feel like that we hadn't quite seen before.
Now, do you mean caring as in how exactly? Like, you mean towards the Punisher or towards people
towards Grotto, towards everybody. And I think actually the Punisher might have been right in saying that, like, you think you're better than me. And I think maybe Matt is wrong in thinking that. Even if the Punisher is wrong, because you could see it. Like, you could see it as Matt lost his temper. He did get more condescending. He was like, oh, well, you lost somebody. And so I do think, like, Frank calling him out on that is like, oh, you think you're better than me, don't you? Maybe he does. But seeing like the whole Grotto thing and just seeing how he reacted to that and how he was willing to do everything he possibly could to try and save this guy while also sticking to his code, I thought was very interesting.
I think for sure Matt is definitely going to be a little more like emotional or sensitive to that type of stuff because you know, he probably just hasn't, you know, even though compared to like the normal person, he hasn't
seen a lot
compared to, I don't even want to call him Frank because I don't even know if that's his actual name. Like, I felt like that was his fake name or something like that. The Punisher. Okay. Yeah, and so I actually always saw Matt as kind of like, I mean, the fact that he even doesn't kill anyone, I feel like shows that he's kind of like, you know, I mean, he is sticking to his ideals and stuff like that, even though he does complain a lot of times, like, you know, about those things or that those ideals kind of like holding him back or whatever, or he's, you know, whatever. It's like, he does always kind of stick to them, you know, and it's like, with the stuff that he has to deal with and he has to hear, you would think that he would, you know, kind of like be a little more hardcore and snap and kill a few people, but he doesn't. It's probably like, I don't know if it's just his, like, you know, religiously or just him as a person.
I think it's more than just that. I don't think it's just like, oh, religious guilt. I think it's
well, it doesn't necessarily have religious guilt.
It's deeper than that, I guess.
Okay.
Like, if it is religion, it has become part of him. You know, I don't know. Sometimes people separate the two. Whereas for Matt, I feel like wherever that comes from, it is truly a part of him. It's not a...
it's not like a something that he took on.
A worry or concern or like a, you know, like...
I don't know. I was just...
religious scrupulosity or something.
They always bring the, you know, they're always like bringing up the like religion thing, so I wasn't sure if it was.
I don't know. I mean, it may be. I feel like a little bit. It seems to me deeper.
That's what I think too. I think it's always been kind of like a part of him. That's my feeling. And so, seeing him, you know, I wasn't quite surprised when I saw him with Grotto and stuff like that. That's all I was gonna say. But it's one of those like conversations, bro, that it's like, I don't, you know, it's like, I feel like, Matt, you gotta just do what you think is right. Like, I don't know what to say, you know, like.
Well, here's my thought. I'm actually curious what you think about this. My question would be, because Frank is coming at it like a war, right? Which I love, at least I feel like that. And I love that seems so deeply true to his character. That he's like, look, people are gonna die, bad things happen, but this is what we need to do to save the country, to save the city, to insert, you know, it feels very like a kind of a strategic, a little bit like military, maybe I'm wrong in saying military approach. Whereas Matt is a little bit more idealistic, a little bit more superhero, let's call it. My thought would be that what is the better approach? What is the right approach? And secondly, don't you think that maybe something that is inherent to the military approach, let's call it that. I may be boiling it down a little bit too simply, but let's call it that. something that is key to the military approach is that you follow orders. And that you have a chain of command.
Yeah.
And so the very fact that that Frank does not follow orders, that he has no chain of command, kind of breaks down the function of that kind of a mindset in this situation. I don't know.
This
is something that kind of came up when I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it is very true. Like,
because the reason you can do like that in the military is because there are bigger, hopefully smarter other people making those calls and doing those decisions, and then you follow orders no matter what. You go in here, you kill that guy because what? Because you trust that guy is a bad guy. Now, like I said, I have never served, so I hope I'm not, veterans in the comments kind of misrepresenting.
But I feel like first off, I think there are times where the soldiers will have to make decisions by themselves.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And the fact that Frank, Punisher, it seems like he's witnessed some of this stuff, or like he knows about these people.
Sure. Sure.
I just think that it is interesting that it's like, okay, a vigilante, even though he's trying to do the right thing, is not following like the rules, and therefore kind of like might be doing the wrong thing, because of that.
Course,
and
right?
that lack
you
of
have no guidance.
Yeah, and that lack of like, kind of, control or whatever is very against like kind of like his
sure
military character. But it's like, I feel like as a soldier, he almost sees it as like, he's like no nonsense, right? And so he can adapt to certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
And because, there is no one doing something about it, or he has the ability to do something about it, he's going to do it,
Sure.
And he almost can see himself as like a martyr in a sense, to end up being the bad guy, right?
Yeah, I see that.
But he just wants to make sure that in the end, it doesn't matter if he's the bad guy, because people will be happy.
See, I think though, and it's weird because you could say that Matt is less effective, and that's how he approaches it, right?
Yeah.
Under a half measure, which is genius writing, by the way. The writing of this entire episode is incredible. But the way I would approach it is saying that there is, we always talk Batman, Daredevil, whoever. What's the difference between the criminal and them? There is no difference between Punisher and the criminal, because that same philosophy of I'm going to take this thing into my own hands. I mean, I'm sure there's some guy that's like, hey man, I gotta feed my family. I gotta do this thing. Mm-hmm. That is the exact same philosophy that Punisher is applying. Whereas, if you are going to go outside the law, Matt understands that to kill would fundamentally uproot his purpose, right? He's saying, I am a hero, I am fighting for the greater good, I'm trying to help these people. And so if he himself was doing wrong, he would be a walking contradiction. I don't know, that would be my thought. And so you have to, because if not, then like it all falls apart. Then you're not a hero, you're just a guy that disagrees with some other guys. And that almost feels like what Frank is, where I get it, on one hand, it's more functional and he's doing more things, but what is different fundamentally between him and these other people? He's just a guy that disagrees with these other guys and their killing beliefs.
Yeah, but the people that he is up against, it's not like he is those guys, because those guys don't necessarily have the same rules that he follows, right? Frank may not follow the rules that maybe the government or the city kind of tell him, but he does follow his own set of rules.
What rules does he follow though?
Well, he hasn't hurt anybody other than those criminals.
Sure,
right?
but how does he get to decide, right? Like my thought is, because like Matt doesn't follow those rules either, but I guess we could say the general human rule of not to murder, right? That's been considered a fault for a very long time in human society, right? Death is, life is valuable, right? Life is valuable. Even people who sacrifice people recognize that life is valuable, that's why they sacrifice it, right? So life is valuable. So to kill would be bad. It doesn't matter with the rule of law. And so he's taking that into his own hands. And so it's like, well, who is he to judge who's a good person and who's a bad person? How can you ever know? He says, oh, these people are gonna come murder and rape again, and some of them do, but you truly will never know. And so I guess the question would be that comes up is, how do you get to make that call? Well, right? Because Matt feels like he can't. And you know, he wants to push to truly make this world a better place. He wants to instill people with hope. Whereas I think maybe you could argue that the Punisher doing what he's doing, he may be getting criminal A, B, and C off the street, but is he really making the world a better place? Because if you're out there killing these people, and I guess, I'm not a huge fan of this phrase, but like, to be, he is a part of the problem. So I'm not sure if that's going to get better quite, you know what I mean? But I mean, like Matt is trying to be the better man and bring up the rest of the world with him.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that, like...
I mean, I don't know if there's really a right answer. I'm just kind of playing with these ideas, because this is really fun. I'm not saying...
Tough. It's tough because that's why I say, like, you know, you kind of just got to do what you think is right? Like...
I mean, that's why I would argue there's a fundamental flaw with being a vigilante in the first place. But.
Well, yeah, and it's like, so it's like, well, but you will encounter these situations like in any sort of like area, right? And so it's almost like you can't blame him. You can't say, like, I wouldn't attack him. I wouldn't say that he's wrong, but I would go against him because I believe something else.
Yeah. I guess I wouldn't say he's a villain. If I was there, I would say I think you're wrong, but I think, and even Matt admits this, he's not a crazy guy. He's not, and it would be silly to think he is. And
but
to boil him down to that.
He did say that he's.
Oh, that's true. Matt didn't say that. Okay, I guess I wouldn't say that. Because that's unfair. It's way more complicated than that. And even if Matt thinks it's wrong, he's not. You can't just write him off as bad guy number one. He's not. Which is why the genius writing, he is finally a true anti-hero. Like, finally.
Yeah.
That's actually what an anti-hero is. Sorry, I have a thing for... No, because they always call, like, oh, he has black hair, he's an anti-hero. And it's like, no, he's totally a good guy. Like...
What? Okay. I don't even know if I know any anti-heroes, really, but...
Yeah.
I know some, but... No, but yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's super cool discussions to have about this.
No, yeah, I think definitely probably up there number one as far as like conversation so far.
It may even be my favorite episode because the action was so good.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like the action was so sick, the filmmaking, the writing, and obviously the philosophical. Like I've always kind of liked that side of Daredevil and any movie in general.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really like that kind of stuff, even though like.
But they blend it perfectly with the action.
No, but I'm just saying, I know it could be a little like, you know how like, you know, some people I feel like don't really, it's not their thing.
Yeah.
I lean towards that. Yeah. Because it's like interesting. I don't know.
I think that's cool.
The one thing I will say, I feel like that they're doing well is kind of like, they're not like, their conversations don't feel like they were written down and they were like doing things for the plot, you know? Like for example, like they think about like the characters individually and then put them in a room.
That's a good writing, yeah.
I feel like they're doing that a lot more because like the way Punisher kind of like talks to him and kind of like goes about his business, like even little things like him like totally ignoring when Grotto was like dying and just like going after his target, right?
Yeah, ignoring it just
feels so like you can really just believe this character, you know?
Yeah, and I like that the show doesn't really take a side either.
Yeah, I like that as well. It's not like...
Because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that happens in a lot of movies, and it's like, hey, sometimes, especially if it's not done subtly, it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, so this is just doing what I think some of my favorite movies and TV shows do, which is just exploring a concept.
Yeah.
Because ideally, we're not going to ever explore this concept in our real life. And so they're like, oh, we have this cool fantasy, we have a little bit of an extreme situation, let's just play. And it's like, oh, this is super cool and fascinating, and these characters feel so real, and the acting is incredible, and it's just kind of like, I don't really know, and these guys both believe it, and just like real life, it's not like Punisher's like, you know what, I'm going to put the gun down. It's like, no, he's like, screw you, I'm right, and that's like, no, I'm right, and they leave.
I really liked it. I really like the direction, kind of like that Daredevil.
Yeah, and so I'm curious to see where Matt, because I do think it might affect Matt, and so I'm curious to see where his character goes the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Having that between Karen being like, hey, maybe you caused this, and then seeing their kind of thoughts go head to head. And because they're so strangely similar, even with like the Catholic parallel and the growing up in New York parallel, which I think they did on purpose.
Yeah.
It feels very like, hey, this could have been you. Or at least he's going to think that, which is cool. It's not, they didn't do like a ham-fisted like, ooh, you're the same. See your haircuts. Like they didn't force it like that. But I feel like that might make Matt think a little.
No, for sure. Yeah, I don't want to keep this. Like, it's interesting because like I was even. You remember how he wouldn't kill Fisk?
Yeah.
I was thinking like, you know, like I'm on Matt's side kind of, but
sure.
You know, I was thinking like, well, I mean, heck, I was thinking like the whole half measure thing. It's like almost, are you know,
are you just
other
stirring
people
the pot?
can take it as like you're scared, you know, in a way, because you don't want to do something that is not, you know, good, kind of. And so it's almost like you want to keep yourself clean.
Yeah.
And so and the fact that it's now a character, like, you know, they made a character that kind of like embodies like those ideas that I was thinking of. Like I was like, oh, this dude's like, it's so perfect. It's so good. I really like Punisher.
And I'm curious. I mean, this is my last point. I swear. I'm curious. That is a long discussion. But we had to. I think I'm really curious to see how Punisher responds, because I actually think he may respect Matt more, because Matt truly believes, right? Because he was like, he was kind of questioning him, not in a Joker way, but he was like, this is a little BS. Like, you think you're better than me, you're kind of like posturing, all this different kind of stuff, and so kill him. Like, I'm gonna put him, this is what the real world's like. And the fact that Matt was like, no, I'm still going to literally bend over backwards to do the right thing.
Yeah, and didn't give up.
Yeah, like Punisher being like, you're gonna get killed by all these guys, and he didn't, and he fought, but he didn't kill them.
Yeah.
I wonder if, and even the fact that he saved Punisher. So I don't know. I'm curious to see, at least as far as respect goes.
Yeah, because he's not.
What Punisher thinks of him, because he truly. It's weird because it's like you call it a half measure, but he is fully committed.
He's fully committed to that quote unquote half measure.
And so I don't know, right? So it's interesting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so let us know what you guys think. Join in the discussion, please. I love this stuff. In the comments down below. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around. We would love to have you. And if you do, we will see you all in the next video.